ubiquitous to remain hidden. They stacked and interlocked like a puzzle box, and Nixius could see the pattern. The enormity of what Lizardman Cletus had done, breaking free of captivity and throwing off the shackles of his slavery, had started to sink in. He was free from the binding of the slave collar, and for the moment he had escaped. He asked whether Sausage could mask his appearance with an illusion. All things were possible, but Sausage's reserves of power were not limitless, nor was he omniscient, although it was clear that he could see things that were hidden, especially when it related to his own safety. There was another problem, the question of faith. Cletus, like most from the bayou, paid his respects to the laughing monk. It was the done thing. And perhaps it was the monk who had protected Cletus from the effects of the bad moonshine mash. But Sausage urged him to pick the right side, you see. The laughing monk and the patron of Sausage were somewhat at odds. It would be easier to protect him if he would renounce the laughing monk, who was, after all, a rubbish god. And plus, it would really piss him off. And Sausage seemed to delight in that fact. For the great game takes many forms and is fought on many boards. Cletus didn't take long to convince. Perhaps he was in love after all, willing to cast aside his simple faith for the love of a beautiful woman. Or perhaps it was that no servant of the laughing monk had ever made him feel the way that Sausage had the night before. Or perhaps he just wanted the power. It mattered not. He said the words 3 times into a mirror. Nothing seemed to happen. But Cletus knew there would be repercussions. The monk was not one to be crossed. And the laughing monk was known for his odd humour and cruel whimsy. Cletus and Sausage, both hidden from the senses using witchcraft, left Courtney's chamber in the Indulgence and headed out into the ship. Courtney had tasked them with tracking down the serial killer on board. She had known Nurse Mary and drank with her in the Crow. Mary had been stabbed multiple times on her way back from that illicit drinking den, and her body had been left on display like a sick piece of art. And no longer would people journey to and from the Crow, except in pairs or more. And this wasn't like the usual disappearances that happened on the ship, which were sadly all too common. The usual disappearances were rarely spoken of. One day a crew member may be going about his tasks as normal, and the next day they were never seen again. The bodies were never found, and such crew were rarely spoken of. It wasn't wise to ask too many questions. But this was different. Some monster was loose on board, and Courtney had decided to set her own upon the trail. The moonshine killer. And Cletus was glad for the work, glad to have a purpose, and glad at last to be free of Nixius's control. He was no slave, and for good or for ill, he would live or die as a free being.
Yeah.
They may take his life, but they would never take his freedom. But he had no weapons, no armor. He was a mutant whose very presence on board the ship was rejected utterly. and with tensions running so high, if he were to be discovered, it could be the spark that lit the flames of mutiny. But, despite the obstacles, Cletus was feeling better than he had in a long time. Cletus and Sausage planned their next move, whilst Courtney decided on a nap.
A busy night.
The trade expedition were right here. They were right at Ridge Station. They had arrived. Docking fees and ship repairs were undertaken. The team perused information on the other traders and shopping facilities available to them. And next, they would have to pass through security. And there was little to be concerned about, for none of them had decided to smuggle any contraband. Alexa had left her machine gun behind, and Arnold had left his murderer's axe. A hound, fitted with an array of sensors and cybernetic improvements, scanned each of them in turn. It seemed still, immobile, less than an animal and more like a machine or a weapon. First, Alexa and Quintius passed through, and whilst they were on the other side, they briefly chatted. Quintius seemed a little flustered, jealous perhaps, at Alexa's growing closeness with her subordinate, the tech adept Bodo Ott. Alexa seemed to rebuff Quintius and mocked his little hands and wrists. Quintius's pride was pricked. He was not the type to take this lying down. Arnold passed through next. He hated dogs. And as he was scanned, he decided to show who was the top dog here. He emitted a low growl and made to intimidate the beast. Arnold, Stormsinger of Fenris, Crippler, Horse Slaughterer, Flayer, Teasemaid, Oathbreaker, Torturer, Defender. Arnold, who had faced down the savage orcs in close combat, who had decapitated old One Eye, terror of the Bayou waterways, who had been a worthy bearer of the demon axe, who had saved the lives of his companions many times. Arnold flinched as the dog barked and made to bite him. Arnold drew back. He hated dogs. He had lost this battle.
Defeated by a beagle.
Athena. It was Athena, the fifth member of the team. It was Athena, the fifth member of the team, who failed security checks. A stormtrooper, dressed in finery. She had felt naked and she had tried to smuggle a melter pistol under her petticoats. The cyberhound sat down, and security politely, firmly, insisted on confiscation of the weapon. Arnold understood. He told Athena to take the shotgun hanging from his backpack if it came to combat. But surely there would be no combat on board the station. Security was tight here. Peaceful trades could be made here. The trade expedition settled first upon new threads. They needed to look the part to act as rogue traders. At Achmed's, they placed a number of orders for fine clothing, but for some reason, they started to squabble over little things, pointless things, over pockets and military uniforms, over underwear, over bulletproof clothing. Was this the way the trade expedition would behave?
Yes.
Surely the campaign was doomed if they could not agree on purchases so simple, so irrelevant. They had millions of thrones at their disposal, and they chunted over a few hundred. Nixius seemed withdrawn, distant. He was in joint command of the trade expedition, but his mind was elsewhere. Perhaps he still dwelled on the insanity of the night before and this morning. Perhaps he still dwelled on the 20,000 refugees that he had counselled to be purged. He involved himself little in the petty squabbling. Ahmed was not interested in purchasing the entirety of the furs and hides that Quintius offered up for sale, but he was interested in the offer to cherry-pick the finest cuts for his wares. He offered a healthy discount to offset the purchases, and both parties seemed pleased with this, the first trade on Ridge Station. And meanwhile, back on board the Malevolence, there was murder, and there was attempted murder. Murder! A normal day. A normal day. A murder. A normal day on board the ship. Perfectly standard. You're bad people, all of you, by the way, guys, just in case I've not said it today. Just want to make sure it's out there, clearly stated.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. I just want to make sure I'm very clear. Very clear. Okay, guys. So, yeah, so as we said earlier, we're going to start today's game on Ridge Station. You're playing yourself with three, your main characters. You're currently located in Ahmed's, where you have purchased a selection of clothing. So what I've done is on Discord in the text channel called the Trade Expedition, I've listed all the purchases that you've made up to now. And I'll continue to update this Discord chat with the purchases you make and any sales that you make and what have you. And there's also a running count of the thrown gelt that you have available to you. And also there's some frivolity in there as well. So you have completed your first purchases in Ahmed's. You've all been scanned just to make sure we've got all your measurements. I just want to double check before you finish up here. I'll just bring up, just remind you, there's some handouts in the Roll20 that have what's available for sale. If there's anything that you just want to have a quick double check and make sure there's nothing that you've missed that you wanted to buy before that you're done here. Ahmed will inform you that the clothes will be ready in 4 hours.
Very good.
And you're welcome to then go about your next your next task upon station, which is kind of up to you. I've got a list of all the various ships and shops that are available. But maybe first up, have a look and see if there's anything you've missed. So if you go in handouts, trade, Ridge Station, you should be able to see Ahmed's excellent apparel. Oh, that reminds me actually. And there's an inventory in there and also unusual items. And I'd like you to make a fellowship test, or actually a charm test, please, Quintius.
Charm, you say?
Yes, indeed.
5 degrees of success.
Okay, so Ahmed, after he's offered this healthy discount that's going against your current purchases, he says, I see that you're an established trader. Perhaps I have something that I could offer you. We have many bolts of fabric here that could be sold in other places within the quadrant. Not the quadrant, the sector. And he hands over a data slate, and I'm going to open up a handout, which is within Ahmed's excellent apparel. And this is for one of his trade. He's got some trade items for sale as well. So this is something that you could buy and potentially sell later, if you're interested. So he's got a load of fabric. He says, this is called tweed. It is most fine. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yes, quite fetching. Lovely. Tweed. Can't beat a good old-fashioned tweed jacket, perhaps with some nice leather patches on the elbows, yes.
It looks a bit like my
The elite
the
elbow
guilt
patch collection.
we used to wear the Fenris, but we used to have a fur line, of course.
A fur-lined tweed suit. Now, there's an idea.
No, fur line gilts.
Kilts.
That does not compute.
No, gilts.
Gills.
Hills?
Gilts.
I do not understand this, your primitive tongues.
Yes, he is a bit primitive, but don't let that put you off. He's a smashing chap when you get to know him. What's a gilt,
Who you
Arnold?
all calling primitive? I tell you, you are all primitive. You do not know what a gilt is. This is a height of fashion on Fenris. You can prove you're a real man by wearing a gilt in the cold. All your women folk would respect you if you stayed hard instead of shriveled up. It is a main manly thing to do.
What is this guilt?
That's sort of like a bit of material which kind of looks a bit like this, and you wrap it around your waist and your shoulder, and you add fur to it underneath. And
So like a
women love
dress.
it.
I see.
What did you say?
Oh, a bit like a dress. You know, a kilt is a bit like a skirt, but for men. So a gilt is a bit like a dress, but for men. Yes?
Oh, yeah, like your common skirt.
Yes, yes.
Yes, just like your common skirt. Only warriors wear skirts. Don't you
Yeah.
think that right with this?
Yeah, that's true. That's why I always wear a rather smashing suit, for I am no warrior.
See, I'd respect you if it's in a, what do you call your warrior's garb over here? Skirts?
Skirts, yes. All the warriors round these parts wear skirts.
Warrior's skirts. That's a new word to me. Well, can I see your selection of finest skirts if you've got them?
Yes, please show my friend Arnold your best skirts. I'll pay if you decide you'd like one, Arnold.
Do you have one in tweed?
Okay, so I'm going to bring up the inventory in front of you on your screen. This is of course.
Heresy detected.
Yes, we
Detected.
can make you a tweed
Tweed
skirt.
skirt.
Yes.
Arnold in a tweed skirt. This has to happen. I just picture him pushing his tea trolley round the ship in a tweed skirt.
Okay, it's not
That's
taking as
because
long,
over
guys.
knee
So,
length.
Mrs. Doubtfire style, like, you know what I mean? It'd be,
Yeah, just over knee length. No above. We like short for shin pads in Fenris.
okay, so I'll count that as a rare skirt, which would be 60 thrones.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll stick that on Denny's credit card as well.
60 thrones, rare skirt made of tweed.
Gilts.
Yes. Yes,
Oh, this is a fine.
Yes,
quality
sorry,
gilt.
I struggle to say this word gilt. Yes, we will make you tweed gilt to your specification.
And make
Would
sure
you like
it has
any
extra
modifications
bit of
on the? Would you like
yes,
perhaps
yes.
a concealed
like a-
pocket, perchance?
Yes.
I would like a furry
Like a-
rim around the top. I'd also like an extra bit of material, just the whole tweed pattern as a gilt bit stuck over my shoulder.
Yes, I see. So,
What about a concealed pocket in it, Arnold, and make it bulletproof as well? How's that? Combat
but
skirt.
I mean, my pocket is full already.
Yes, but I mean on the what? On the skirt, Arnold. A concealed pocket on the skirt.
on the gilt?
Gilts don't need pockets, Cunchius. You wear bags.
No, yeah,
Bags,
yes,
my
but
man.
you
We
can't
don't know
really
what the bag
conceal a
is.
bag, can you, Arnold?
You can with my mass and muscle. I could hide it under my beard.
You know what?
Beard
Fuck
tied
it.
around my neck.
I'm not getting into this again.
Conceal a bag.
So no concealed pocket because that would be far too
But
useful.
no, I would like a leg strap for a knife as well.
Okay, so just hold on a sec, guys. So you want fur lining.
Mm-hmm.
You want like a throw for over the shoulder.
Yeah. Yep.
Shoulder.
Got a bit of tweed material for that.
Yeah. And you wanted a strap with a knife as well, right?
Yes.
Strap for a knife, okay? Yeah, just the other thing he was saying, Dave, was for bulletproof. So we can either have it tweed, but you can't make the tweed bulletproof.
No,
you can have a bulletproof
please,
setup.
I
If you want the
just
tweed,
made
it just needs
I
to
just
yeah,
made the
okay.
guilt.
Yes,
Yeah.
this will be my finest work, says Ahmed, as he starts making notes.
I'm going to just draw him a quick picture of like a stick man in a skirt with something wrapped over his shoulder.
The tweed is such a joy to work with.
Do you have any high socks?
For you, sir, of course. So he brings up again. Let's have a look at the inventory. So we've got socks. Oh no, I don't have a price on socks. We best make that up.
What do you mean, man? You're not going to just make
No,
it up in front
of
me,
course.
are you?
No, I would not just make it up on the fly. I am a professional. So, are you wanting the same material, different material? We have
No,
some
no, no,
fine
no. It
wool.
has to be
Nice.
uh,
The tweed is not
actually,
so good for stock.
I tell you what, I'll handpick some fur for my socks and bring them over later.
Oh, very good. So we've got warm socks.
Warp socks.
We'll
Warp
have them as being of
socks.
rare.
Yeah,
Warm,
I'll just have
of
some
rare quality as well.
black warm socks.
Essential.
Okay.
The tweed's coming out tweed. I'm just going to accept tweed, whatever it gets described as.
Because we have for youth, we have some offcuts of this very fine, comfy material for the socks. Would you prefer this to your furs? And he shows you like a little data slate with a picture of this material, and you recognise it from this comfortable blanket that you were feeling up earlier.
I'm still
It looks
trying
like-
to figure out the data slate. I'm looking at the buttons at the side, but not concentrating.
No. Let me get the Pierre sample, please. And, the boy runs off and comes back with a sample, like a small sample of material. Please touch.
I touch it, and my rough hands get stuck to the material.
It's comfy, but perhaps too comfy. Perhaps these socks would make you weak if you. Perhaps you get too indulgent if you start wearing luxuries like this, Arnold.
You do,
Where does it end? Where does it end, Arnold?
Yeah,
Too far.
just some nice, good old
Not putting
sheep
garments too
skin
far.
or wool. Some baby seal socks would be perfect.
Yes, seal. And he seems to be struggling with the words, Ahmed. Okay, so and he goes to totally goes. This comes up to 130 florins.
That's fine. Put it on the card.
Yes, put it on the tab.
Okay, 130 frowns for that purchase. Anyone else like to have any clothing purchase while they're here?
Don't be wearing a gilt.
No.
No? Okay. Yes, the clothes will be ready very quickly. We can have them prepared in 4 hours.
Excellent, my good man. Thank you. And as for this tweed you have for sale, we have a few other purchases to make. I'll perhaps pop back. I'll consider it when I pick up the clothes later. Then perhaps we'll make a deal for this tweed. Maybe. No promises.
Very
You
good.
could all look like tribespeople from Fenris. Let's all
No.
wear some together.
You could get matching gilts.
Yes, that would be. Wait a second. I was going to look around. He says, nobody here is worthy enough of wearing a gilt.
We could buy all of the tweed, and we could make the ship have a whole new uniform for its crew. They could all wear tweed military
Are
uniforms.
you trying to? Are you trying to cause a mutiny?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
I think
That's
the
the
rest
last
of us
thing
have
you
already
want.
done that.
Last
It's a
thing you need.
tweed-based mutiny.
It was the straw that broke the camel's back.
A
It was the
mutweedy.
tweed. It wasn't the killings.
Tweedledum and Tweedlemutiny.
Mm.
Terrible.
Tenuous.
That's some big hangovers.
Just breathe it out. Just breathe it out. Breathe it out.
Sorry.
Too much.
Anyway,
Okay.
Right.
So, guys, I'll bring up a handout that will, if I can find it, that will just show them the major ships that you can purchase from. So there's several large vessels who are, traders, and I've put down what they've got.
what's the love dead?
For Love Dan. Who's
What
What's on
is
your
it?
map?
What is it? Oh, fuck off, Aid. Why'd you look at my maps? Let's have a look. Love Dan. Oh, and you're such a knob end, Hayden, for the record. I know I'd already said that once, but I'll just say it again. Well, I suppose it's better than pissing all over the map, so I should be grateful for that, I guess. I did think that a bit of a stint as GM would make you a better player, but I was wrong.
It's made worse.
It's made you, if anything. Well, I think it's just in general you're getting worse, so it's probably not related. It's just standard degeneration. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So I'll put you on a map, or not a map, on a page rather that shows you the the major points of interest that you might be able to. So these are the large ships that are displaying what they've got for sale and saying what they've got there. Advertising rather is the word I was looking for. And then so you've already been to Ahmed's, which is on one of the shops on Ridge Station. So you're welcome to. Well, it's up to you. You've spent an hour or so at Ahmed's. It's approximately early afternoon on day one. It's up to you how you spend your time.
So,
You've got 3 days before the ship repairs are finished.
Yeah.
You've got 3 days.
Do we have a do we have a list of things that people asked us to get, or did I write that down somewhere?
It's in the. I think it's in the side quest somewhere. I believe if you look in
I've got it.
Malevolent. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I think we should buy some fish, furs, cheese, and ivory.
Not from
Oh
ourselves.
yeah, buy your own wares. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I know,
You're the best trader in the galaxy. keep selling it myself, making a profit each time.
It's amazing.
Okay.
I mean, it's not your worst idea, Hayden.
No.
Right. We've got a few things to buy, guys. What do you want to go buy first? We've got we need to get some medical supplies. We need to upgrade the weapons for the interceptors. We need to get Alexa some components.
Components.
Buy that one. That is a. Just change that one at the bottom.
I don't know where we'd get medical stuff from.
What about Peacemaker's Plenty?
Yeah, maybe specialist items. We can go have a look at the ship if you want.
Yeah, I think Peacemaker's Plenty rings out.
Yeah.
It's got luxuries added to there, You can get soap on a rope.
Luxurious soap.
That is luxurious.
Imperial leather.
Very good.
Good text.
Very good.
Excellent, Dave. Very good. Bravo.
Right, yeah, let's go to Peace Makes Plenty then and see what they've got there. Because we can't sell our shit, can we? We've got to wait for people to come to us. So,
Well, yeah, you can try and sell your shit if you find someone who will buy
who's
it.
relevant,
Or wait
yeah.
for them to come to you. Yeah. So it might be that the Peace Makes Plenty will want to buy some of your wares.
Yep.
But also you can just people can come to you as well. You start advertising what you've got for sale, just like they're advertising to you.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a short break while I get myself a cup of tea or something. Quick bag of crisps, and then work out what I'm going to do for the next section.
I'm going to get a cup of tea as well.
Yeah.
We might find Alexa's components here as well. We might be able to kill two birds with one stone. We might be able to get the medical stuff as well.
I'm going to win the garden.
No, nice. I'm going to like a modern person of the 21st century. I'm going to use my toilet. Back in a minute.
Such civilized approach to life.
Got stinky strumps today.
I think once you get past to 40 and over it, they just start getting worse, don't they?
I think it's because I've had a meaty day, and it's also my mum's turkey sausages, I think.
Yes.
She made some turkey sausages, said she didn't like them. I cooked some for breakfast, ate about 3, and then decided they're a bit weird.
Yeah.
And then I got back in another 2.
I don't like these.
Even though I wasn't hungry, but they tasted better cold than hot, which is quite surprising.
Yeah.
They kind of lasted a bit, but then they've been repeating on me for the last half hour.
Yeah.
Fuck turkey sausages. Just let me eat the turkey. I like turkey, but not turkey sausages. But I'm still going to eat the rest of the pack, but I think I'm going to have like rancid farts for the rest of my life after eating them. Well, mind you, it's what I told Liz her gladiator name should be, was the Bomb. And she just lets out deadly gassy strums. People get back and die.
The A-bomber.
Yeah.
The A-bomb. I better go for a slack before we continue.
Okay. Peace makes plenty.
Plenty of what?
Luxuries and specialist items. Who knows? I only went for them because I thought like it might be the most alien-sounding ship. Who knows? Kind of, well, I was hoping we'd bump because there's an alien ship moored in the thing. I was hoping we'd bump into it. The next guess is maybe Home Sweet Home, recycled commodities. I think that's going to be good. Peace makes plenty, Dave. It does.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, generally, war creates a stronger economy.
Mm. Right then. It's chicken. Tastes really good. Well, I'm preparing for a D-Day game on next Sunday.
Nice.
So I'm building more artillery, mortars, machine guns, and various other things to repel the Allies, because I am, of course, playing the Germans.
You do know you lose, right?
Yes, I do know that, yeah. Yes. I'm well aware of that.
What's the point in that? You know
I'm
you're
going to try
going to
and win.
lose. Oh, I mean, is that allowed?
I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
Isn't that considered a hate crime in some way?
Okay. Fuck your hate
Of
crimes,
course,
man. I
it's
hate
just a
everything.
game. It's just a game.
I don't understand what you're saying.
It's a game.
I
It's a
don't get
game,
it.
Blythe. Game.
Maybe I need another turkey fart.
I'm so glad that I'm not so excited right now.
Honestly, the
Yeah.
stink, man.
You know when you join the
Honestly,
conversation at the wrong moment.
Yeah.
Is there ever a right moment to join a conversation with me?
That's a very valid point you make there, sir. Looks like Johnny and Hayden are both frozen on my screen. Very valid point. Well, very logical argument you make there, sir. Okay. We have Johnny and Hayden frozen on
Very
mine. I can still
self-critical
hear
as
you
well.
fine. So. Pardon?
I say, of course I do. I'm always self-critical.
Okay. So, guys, you find a nearby member of the station authority who escorts you to the location of the Peace Makes Plenty. You reach. It's in the kind of. I've moved the red dot on this map. I believe you're on the right screen. No, actually, no, you're not on the right screen. I've moved you onto the correct map. I've moved the red dot to where you are.
What about the cloak
Hmm.
of psionic resistance? Can I just have that? Because I don't want to use that by Cypher.
I mean, we can stay in Ahmed for a moment if you want. Ahmed goes, wait, are you sure cannot interest you in any more wares before you leave?
Yes. Can I have the cloak of psionic resistance, please? That looks good. I don't want to be psyched when if I'm doing stuff.
Oh, we've got one of those already for the group.
Did you buy one for the group already?
I'm not sure that you did. Let's have a look at I've listed what we've actually bought. So
We did talk about it.
It might be worth having some
You have-
because if there's more than one, because we've got that big gribbly beast that we need to fucking take care of. You know what I mean?
There's
On
only
board the
one.
ship.
It was the cloak of
There's
hiding
one.
we bought, James.
Yeah. You bought Cloak of
Okay.
Hiding. You
Yeah.
discussed the psionic resistance, but you never pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
I think we just said
Ahmed
that we can choose to come back.
Yeah, we're coming back anyway. Surely we can just pick the cloak up then if we want, can we?
Yeah.
And Ahmed says to you, sir, but be warned, of course, that the item that you are thinking of purchasing tomorrow may be an item that someone yesterday has thought about purchasing today.
How much? How
Christ,
much?
Dungeon Master, do you want another session at fucking Ahmed?
We can spend the whole evening here. I do not have any prep.
How much for the cloak of psionic resistance?
Ahmed says, for you, sir, 100,000.
Sir, she's a lady.
All right, that's. I'm just going to retcon that. He says, I'm going to retcon that to make sense.
Don't incorrectly misgender my companion, sir.
I'm sorry, I must admit, sir, I'm a little hungover today.
Rogue Trader.
100,000 frowns. That
Fuck
would leave
that.
one of
Nah.
you one of you with a credit card to authorize it, which is either
It's okay. I'll think about it.
I tell you what,
James or
when we've done all the trade, if we're quids in and it's still there, we'll get you it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what
Cool.
we said last
Just because it'd be a useful item to have for any member of the
It
group.
would, yeah, but it's a lot
Yeah.
for one thing that is a
It's
bit of a
it's
niche
hell of a lot.
item.
It's very niche.
Yeah. So let's if like I say, we can always get it before we leave if it's still there, and if we're quids in, we might. This rate, we're not going to have any money left, are we?
I have a sentient cape that may be of interest to you, my fine lady.
A sentient cape. How preposterous!
The perfect companion. It's the very height of fashion.
For 1.1 million thrones.
It is unique.
Yes, so are the 1.1 million thrones. We're absolutely not buying a sentient cape for 1.1 million thrones. I know I've been a bit frivolous with the cash so far, but that is preposterous.
No, sir, you will never get a better chance.
I hope not. Let's fuck off.
I turned around sharply and just followed quickly.
Ahmed follows you, goes, please, wait, please, there is more wares to show you. As the door shuts behind you, you manage to leave Ahmed. Finally.
I'm going to turn to Alexa and just go, I might steal the sentient cape.
That's a great idea.
I know, it's the best one I've had.
I might watch your back while you
Over
do.
here, you're both talking.
So, as I was saying then, you escorted to the quadrant of the station where the Peace Makes Plenty is docked, and you can see from the main bay where you are currently. And I've moved, like I say, a red dot on the map to show you exactly where you are in relation to everything else. I've also removed the Love Den, which wasn't there, Hayden. That was you, you knob. And I'm going to read out.
Well, that area looks like a love heart, doesn't it? You can't bet.
I mean, maybe your fucking twisted heart, sir, but not mine. Okay,
At
right.
least I'm loving mine, Alan.
Do you do that? Okay, right. No comment.
Got you there. Got you there.
I'm not sure that you did. We'll agree to disagree, Hayden, as we often do.
One even being to another.
So from the viewport,
I saw the picture of a guy in tweed.
pause for the naughty school children.
Components. We need components. Please, Quintius, it would help me further my work.
I mean, that's what we're here to see if they have components and medical things. You know, I mean, we don't know what this place sells, but it looks intriguing.
As she says that, she places her hand on your arm insistently.
I jump.
On your arm. Not hard. Not hard.
I still go.
Turns about. She turns her palm upwards and then she withdraws her palm. Okay.
I just tickle her palm as it's open like that with my fingertips for no reason because I don't know what's going on.
It goes like
that. Quintius and Alexa slowly develop their own secret handshake.
Nix's servo skull seems to be scanning you, with both of you. Or it's not, maybe not scanning you, but it seems to be observing the two of you in your interchange.
Okay. Come on, let's go see what this ship has to offer.
Okay, so as I was saying, you see through the viewport the Peace Makes Plenty, and the ship is overly massive, bloated, alien. It forms a curved and liquid, organic form, and it appears utterly defenseless. There are no visible weapons. Well, that in itself is a show of confidence. Because surely no starship can survive this close to the miasma without armaments and shields. Its weapons, therefore, must be invisible, hidden, but they must be there. The vessel dwarf...
Watch out for the alien death rays. I don't know if they exist, but they could do.
It's likely that if they do exist, they're on this ship. So everyone be on the best behaviour. And remember, we may be dealing with Xenos. And they might be hideous, ugly, grotesque, awful beings.
Like last time. What does that remember?
Deactivating revulsion kit.
Sorry, to get there.
Not sorry enough, Hayden. This vessel dwarfs all others at the station, and it's approximately 5 times the total volume of the Malevolence, which is in itself a large strike cruiser. So this is the Peace Makes Plenty. They are an independent trader in luxury commodities, and they signal peaceful intent and openness for trade. I'll show the handout for them to bring it up on the screen in front of you. When you reach the main bay, there are some of the ship's crew here for the Peace Makes Plenty appear human, and they escort you to a small room and signal that one of the ship's officers responsible for trade will be with you shortly in order to facilitate this trade between your two vessels. They ask whether you would like anything, some refreshments perhaps.
Yes, one of your local ales.
But yes, sir. Ale, coming right up. Looks around.
One made from this ship. It looks interesting.
And the ship's crew says, "Very good, sir." And for the others, he looks around each of you in turn. Anyone else want something bring to them while you wait?
Do you have Emasec?
Yes, sir. I'm a sec.
I'll take an Amasek, yes. Alexa?
Oh, can I have one of those as a follow-up shot as well, please?
Do you have
Very good.
proper caffeine?
I shall check, sir. But I believe it is only recaf which we have.
Sir?
Don't misgender my companion. She's clearly a lady. I've been to the...
My-
Why is this happening? Is everyone on this station demented?
No, it's just me, Dave. I'm demented. Right. I warned you that we shouldn't be playing today.
It's
I should have
fine.
binned it off.
No.
Gone on a
Activate
bender
your
instead.
gender recognition chip.
Oh, get on with it.
Get on with, I'm trying to get on with it, Hayden, but you keep fucking jumping in with fucking any old randomness.
I was sad at that time.
Hey, what's that?
I was sad at that time. But previous matters, yes, I do.
Yeah, all the other time. All the other time. Perhaps those are the ones I was referring to.
Maybe so. I found it shame
Right.
someone would say it through the door just to make up for the lack of mine.
Doing what, right?
I'll say if I'd had any shame, someone would come and shout it through the door to me just to make up for the lack of mine.
Okay. Right. Let me just look for a few handouts. Just give me a moment, please, guys. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so after about 10 minutes, sorry, Nixis, were you after anything to eat or drink while you're waiting?
No. I'm going to check through my the research that I did to see if I can find anything about this ship or this race, or if I've had any previous raids.
Well, let's say it appears to be humans to start with. I would like you then, let's have a look, see what it would maybe be an inquiry, perhaps. That'd be the correct skill. As you start to compile past your data, I think that makes sense, does it? Let's have a little look at your character. Let's have a little look here. Cell 54, Nixius Roth.
Inquiry is normally more of a fellowship-based skill.
So that's more like, so what's the one I'm thinking of then? What would it be? Let's have a little look.
Would it be like
a
law
it's like
check?
checking through. Yeah, well, it's kind of what James has done is he's done a load of research back on the ship. He's checked a load of data, done some kind of homework, let's say, on the station.
Yeah.
And what's available. So I'm just trying to think what would be a sensible skill to use here. We'll just have a straight intelligence test then, I think. And see if there's anything that comes to mind. Yeah. Don't see any law skills, but perhaps more. Okay, so that's a failure. Would you like to re-roll that, or are you going to leave it?
Yeah, I'll re-roll. No.
Okay, so you've got a perfect recall. You don't recall this ship, its specifications, or anything about it from previous visits to Ridge Station or from previous records that have been kept in this region of space. So unfortunately, your mind comes up blank here, Nixius. Okay, so and what was Alexa? Did Alexa want anything to eat or drink, or was she?
Caffeine.
Caffeine. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, she was after caffeine, right? So after about 10 minutes, there is a flagon of ale, a bottle of Amasec, a pot of recaf, and various mugs and glasses brought, along with a platter of some various little dainties to eat while you wait.
I eat people's feet while I eat.
I'm very civilized.
What did we just say? What did we just talk about, Hayden?
Dainties. You don't
Dainties.
eat people's dainties. It's all
Guess it
right.
has different meanings, I guess, but
It does. I've never heard it apart from like feet.
feet. I've never heard it referring to
Dainty
feet.
feet. Have we not?
I mean, dainty just means like small and delicate, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it means a small and delicate pastry.
And Quintius's
Ah,
Doesn't
hands.
resemble, not even a cheese pastry. Doesn't resemble feet in any way. Just leave the
These are
feet
bigger
out
than
of it.
hands. You
I
only
love
two
it, your life.
Dainty little chocolates, little pastries, little little tasty morsels to eat just while you
Is there
wait.
any meaty dainties there?
No, they're not meaty. They're not feety.
I'm
They're
gonna
just
abstain then.
you're gonna have to stay. It's all too
Yeah.
fancy for Arnold. If you start eating dainties, Arnold, you get soft, just like with the
Yeah.
comfortable socks.
Wait until I get my guilt.
I'll have a little snack on something. I think.
You're a school.
Very nice.
Is there
Hey,
some
having a
sort
little
of
snack?
some sort of cheese that would be a good pairing for this amasec, perhaps?
What is
Like
that?
I said, there was
Cheese?
no cheese. Like I just said, there was no cheese pastries. That's because I wanted to move Hayden away from the feet, trying to steer him away.
Well,
From
if there's no cheese
There's too
pastries,
much of
maybe
a
we can
link
push
there.
your own so it can make better
There's
dainties.
unfortunately no cheese. It's all like just like little, like I say,
Oh,
little,
cheese
little
turnovers could be
fancies.
a savoury super snack.
I'll
We can
cheese
maybe
is
push this
rare.
on these. Yes,
Cheese is rare this far from the Emperor's Light, Hayden.
but we have cheese to spare. So
You have cheese to sell.
I want components and I want them
Are you
now.
going to skim off? Are you going to skim off the cheese?
why not to secure a deal for us?
Skimming off the cheese is the universal way of sealing the deal these days.
Yeah, skim the cheese.
Skimming the
I
cheese.
think
Instead
we
of
should.
chewing the
But I don't know
fat,
who we're
skimming the
talking
cheese.
to anyway.
The Gouda
That's what
rises
we
to the
tell them,
top. Everyone knows that.
Skimming the cheese. Instead of chewing the fat. You know what I mean? That's a good phrase.
I can't help but feel, guys, that we've gone off on a tangent for a moment.
Mm.
So, is anyone else eating other than Dave? Anyone else, anyone else drinking?
I can't.
Recap? No, not genuine. I mean, you can. You've got your finger port.
Yes.
Which you
I'm
can.
going to sip the recap with my finger port.
Okay.
And sample it and test it for any impurities. Any poisons.
Can I have, please, a tech use test from Alexa, please?
Just want to make sure. You got to be.
Can't be too careful, can you, Johnny?
You know, you
Can't
enjoy
be too
food in the
careful.
same finger hole that you test poisons and like shit with.
And semen.
Does that mean you taste them all? Yeah, gotta taste them all.
It's just basically for analytical purposes. That's all it's for.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Like
And
super
also
rough.
consumption purposes as well. So you can do those.
I
Immediately
do love the fact that Alexa
things from my
dicks
finger.
with a straw on a finger. Anyway, sorry, I'm starting off with a tangent.
You've gone off on a tangent, Hayden. You'll be back on feet in no time.
You
Oh,
are a Hayden.
I am. Hayden, no.
Hayden, no, behave yourself. Just for once, Hayden.
Is it actual caffeine? Is it recap?
Okay, so it's Alexa. You run your scans through your universal spectrometer. It's definitely recaf and not actual caffeine. Like I say, real caffeine. That's a rare thing, surely. It's all recaf these days. But anyway, so it's but what you do detect, Alexa, is you detect a when you talk about impurities, you detect a sort of mild sulfuric, sort of a kind of a mild intoxicant within the caffeine.
All right.
Of course. That's why Nixius doesn't touch shit. We're not here for that.
I'm going to relay this to the rest of the team. Don't indulge too much because there is a mild intoxicant within every drink.
Next thing
So
you know,
mind you,
Besides alcohol.
You're halfway through a pastry.
You're telling me there is an intoxicant in my intoxicant?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, is it-
I don't really know what to do with that information, but noted.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I've been to
it makes
West
a valid
Brighton.
point. Amasec Ale is also an intoxicant.
This is really, really good. I mean, like, it hits you twice as hard.
I'm not plugging Amasec anyway. I'm just having one to be polite and sipping it slowly throughout this.
And it's good. It's good quality, but I'll also anyone who is eating and drink, I'll tell you that there's a mild sulfuric within it as well. It's just a bit of a kind of sort of feel good, dulls you slightly, makes you warm and happy a little bit, but it's not it's nothing too intense or anything like that. But if you're nibbling at stuff as well, you're not going to eat very much of it. But it will start to take a slight effect upon you if you are partaking.
Okay.
If you want to make
I'm now the Amasec.
So you're going to nail it. Can I have a carouse test from you then, please? This will be at a plus 20.
From myself.
No, from Arnold. He's the only one who's really going for it, as far as I can tell.
Oh, you know,
You've got to.
it's what Arnold does. You're the same character.
Okay. Yeah. So Arnold, I mean,
Look, you never
obviously,
get pissed.
I mean,
get pissed.
you've got a nice feeling from Arnold, but it's nothing that will make you lose any control.
I'm just switching over to join voice.
No, not Grey Johnny.
No, Grey Johnny, no!
I hate that fucking Johnny.
Fucking Grey Johnny. He's the worst.
Yeah.
Take out the
My phone's about to die, that's all. So I need to mitigate that.
Have you ever tried plugging it in to keep it with some charge in it?
Don't talk heresy.
You see this?
Just chucking it out
You've
there.
also plugged it in. It's just it burns a lot. So
I mean, what? Okay.
I bought like.
Have you ever
6 feet
considered
of
charging it before the game?
That's better. I can hear you guys all right now, much better. So I will hope that my internet holds up.
No worries.
Should
Yeah,
do.
I mean,
Got
it
good signal
normally
on it
does.
at the moment.
Normally
Put
does.
your phone on charge quickly.
Yeah, I'm saying, have you ever considered putting your phone into charge before the game?
I've got it on charge.
Okay.
I
Well,
did
good.
sort of have I was gaming.
I see.
I apologise for my gaming addiction. It won't happen again, but probably will.
Very
That's
good.
the nature of addiction.
Yes, addiction. Anyway, so
Yeah.
after
I have a few vices, but gaming is one. Definitely.
Okay, so after about 10 minutes, one of the ship's officers arrives. It's a human again, dressed in, ship's uniform. Dressed in a gilt. He has a bushy grey beard.
A guilt.
A gilt. He's not dressed in a gilt. He doesn't have a sporran. And he nods at you in each in turn. And he takes a chair opposite you. Says, greetings. My name is Lieutenant Albrecht Sven. And yours, sir?
My name is.
He says, quite pointedly.
Quickly, I say, my name is Quentin Ortigas of the Malevolence over yon. This is my associate, Mr. Roth. I'm going to gesture to Nixius, and these are our companions, Arnold, Alexa, and I've forgotten the name of the fucking stormtrooper. Whatever her name is.
Athena.
Athena, that's it. Quintius didn't forget. David forgot.
I'm your...
Oh yeah, and this is Athena, my lovely companion.
Yes, and she pats your arm. Says, "I'm here. I've been here all the time." She says,
I didn't forget you. How could I forget such a lovely woman as my wife? And her name, it's always on the tip of my tongue.
This perfectly good name.
I'm going to write that down, just in case I happen to have a little lapse of memory again.
Okay, very good. Yes, I've seen your broadcast about your wares for sale. Please, let me give you some more details as to what the Peace Makes Plenty have to offer. You'll have to forgive me. Captain Fandango is far too busy at the moment. He's sent me to...
Not Clem. It's not Clem Fandango, is it?
It's Captain Francis Fandango.
Oh, Francis Fan. I once knew you were Clem Fandango.
It's a perfectly good name. And,
So when's old
Johnny
Frank
likes our
Fandango ready for us?
Okay.
Fucking Captain Fandango.
Okay. So I'm going to add some more.
This is conjured up a memory,
Okay. The memories.
which I can't
Okay.
repeat.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't. Okay. So I'm going to add in the handouts trade, and I'm going to add some new handouts into here for the wares, which Lieutenant Sven will show you that you have available. So I'm just going to add these in, and they'll come up on the screen as well.
Hollow games. Dehydrated fruit composite. Rebongo.
Wow.
Okay, so we have here for sale the main wares that the Peacemates Plenty have are Xenos Hollow Games, Dehydrated Fruit Composite, Advanced Medicine, Advanced Alloy, and Fine Red Wine. I'll just give you some time. Just have a look over. I'll just give you some time to look over what's available. The details on each of the handouts. As per usual, there'll be the name, what type of item it is, the quality. I believe these are mostly quality A or B. So it's they go from A to D. So A being excellent, B is good, C is average, and D is poor. The availability either in tons, or sometimes if there's just a one there, that means you can either buy it or you can't. It's like a binary option, let's say. And yeah, the cost. So I'll just give you some time to peruse the items. Just give you a few moments. And likewise, Sven is looking over a data slate with your offerings as well, if that suits you.
Yep.
This is like all what the ship needs.
So yeah,
Can you imagine fresh red fruit, rehydrated and then freshly dehydrated?
is that what's the medicine? Is that 1.5 million for the medicine?
Yep.
Wow. How much?
1,500k. And but this is in a sense it's a big outlay that
Right.
will that we'll see for the rest of pretty much the campaign, right?
Okay.
So it's a big purchase, and there's several of these big purchases available as well. But yeah, some of the big ticket items are millions of thrones, and that's the way it is. And let me just refresh it. Even though you have 2.6 million thrones, that is poverty standard. This is the Cassandor's lost the bulk of the resources the Rogue Trade had available, and you really are scraping by. So even though 2.6 million sounds like a lot of thrones, for a Rogue Trader, it's really quite a pittance.
All right.
So you guys will have to make difficult decisions, and you're wise not to buy the sentient cape. By the way, that was definitely a
trap.
I don't know. That was undoubtedly. I thought, someone maybe wants a legendary item. But no, it was definitely a little bit of a trap, that one. But also, it would have been fun if you do buy it. But it's definitely a bit frivolous when you think, do we get advanced medicine for the whole ship, or do we buy a cape that can talk? Ooh, I don't know.
A wondrous cape.
Well done, guys. You've dodged the first trap, but that was the most obvious one.
Right, okay. So
anyway,
we definitely need the medicine, don't we?
And also keep in mind, guys, there may be other ships that have different qualities of different items. So this is, the advanced medicine here is a real big ticket item, and a real high quality one. But there may be, other versions of it available as well.
The
out there.
The alloys be good for Alexa.
Yep.
For whatever project she's on with, and also we can use it to make stuff that we could sell. If we're going to get some of that, we'd have to decide how much.
We do want some fine quality fit. We could maybe sell them some fine.
How much is the alloy? How much is the alloy?
It's 150,000 per ton. So quite expensive for metal, but it is of the finest grade. Again, these are, you can see, you can make, let's just have an intelligence, let's have some tests for everyone, please, while we are here. Let me have a little think, what would be the best test? Probably intelligence test. Can I have an intelligence test from everyone?
Oh, God,
Actually, no, maybe it'll be evaluate. Who's evaluate?
I have that.
Can we have an evaluate? Can we actually have evaluates from everyone, please? It's a basic skill, so you'll be able to test at half even if you don't have it. But yeah, let's have an evaluate, please.
Ooh. I'm going to use a fate point.
And Alexa, can we have a evaluate for you, please? Okay, so we're still waiting on Alexa. Alexa, are you with us?
No.
You certainly can.
Can I have a roll, please, sir?
So I am with.
You can do it. Or if you prefer, I can roll for you. If you can't roll, Johnny. I mean, it'd be no shame.
I don't mind
if you can't
condescension
roll.
from an old.
That's good because that's what you're gonna get. Sarcasm, condensation. That's something different. It's not the right word, is it? That's the wrong word.
Not quite the right.
Not quite the right word. Yeah, you'll get plenty of condensation from me, Johnny. Don't you worry about it. It's because I love you.
I love you too. In the straightest possible way.
In the no
Unless you
homo way.
want
Okay. Buy me dinner first, Johnny, and then we'll talk.
Of course. Tell me how.
I went to George and Kurt Lindsay on Friday for a friend's meal. That was really nice. Quite fancy, so I'd probably recommend that to anyone if you want fancy meals. John got to eat on his birthday free, which is nice. Yeah, it was a nice meal there. It's a bit fancy.
Yeah, it's nice in the George and Kurt.
Yeah, but the food was cracking. It just, I say, I had a nice meal. I've never been before, and I'd recommend it for you after a fancy-ish meal, which isn't too far away.
I remember when the guys first opened up, we used to drop some bag of wood off when I was working in the area.
Right.
Give me a free pint now and again.
That's good of him.
I realise I was getting ripped off in the situation, but yeah. Still get me a free pint now and again. Liz used to go out there. She's from Kurt and Lindsay.
Okay, so Nixios and Quintius. So you realise that the kind of wares that are on sale, they are on the pricey side, but you can tell that they are all of fine quality, high ticket items. There doesn't seem to be any dross that's being offered up here. And Alexa, you know that many of these items, the quality, the rarity, there is a sort of almost connoisseur sort of aspect to this ship. So they seem to be only buying, some of the finest luxuries. And the kind of distinction gives you a lot of kind of respect and confidence in this captain, Francis Fandango, and his choices, especially the alloy. The specification on the alloy is something very special. The properties thereof. I mean, Dave could tell you all about metal properties, but the properties thereof.
The thing is, like, if we got if we got some normal, if we got some normal, we could like maybe make slightly lower grade, but with that metal, couldn't we? Surely, and sort of like
what are you saying?
spread it out a bit.
As in you can, obviously, if you make something that's entirely made from the alloy, then it would be a very high ticket item. But you can also use it sparingly and make it go further.
You want an alloy of an alloy? Yes.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, you can use it. You can use it in lower levels. Obviously, you can. What's the word? It's the.
I'll settle. I'm going to say Sequinius.
What's the other one way? How much you can flatten it out, Dave? What's that one? It's not, is it
ductility, malleability.
Oh, ductility. Yeah, it's one of them. So you can, you can always spread out really thin, and and kind of make it go further. But obviously, you want to make some fucking high-class armor, you make it all out of that, then obviously the more that you use, the kind of bigger items you can make.
We'll definitely get some of it.
Armor, you get
Absolutely.
I think it's Alexa, it definitely sings to you this item.
I would like 3 tons of this alloy.
3 tons. What do you think, Nixius?
I think we're poor.
Is the ship not worth it?
Sacrifice them.
Maybe we should sell some first.
We can't sell anything until someone comes and buys things from us, though, can we?
Well, yeah, but we can. We've gone straight out to buy stock. Maybe we should give it some time.
I mean, yeah, we could use this just as a wandering around and seeing what's for sale kind of thing. But I'll put it on the list, Alexa. I'm on my data slate here. I'm writing a list of what I've considered so far, and I'll put 3 tons of alloys on the wish list. How's that?
Yeah, priority has to be met.
Superior.
I think maybe the Rebongo as well might be useful. Some of it, just a few tons maybe. Rebongo, give it to the. It's on the fucking handout in front of me. If you
it's not kind of. If you read the handouts, Johnny, you'd see, wouldn't you, Johnny?
It improves morale, which is something that we desperately need on the ship.
It's a perfectly good name. It's a serious campaign, guys. I want you to remember, it's a serious campaign. Serious gamers.
Of course.
And
I love the way I
messes
remember
about all the time.
you two in prison going on about Bongo for about half an hour.
That sounds like something we do.
No wonder Rebongo served his dirty head.
It's one of my better ideas, I think.
Rebongo.
The wine, I wouldn't. As for the wine, I wouldn't consider purchasing that for its morale boosting purposes, but perhaps as a trade commodity, we could grab a bit of that wine later. And the holo games, I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Can we sample the wine first?
Why, of course. Let me have.
Well,
some
it might be good. It might ship's morale. Holo game.
Yes, but it also says is corrosive to discipline.
What discipline?
Exactly.
Yeah. It might have the opposite effect on that. Might be like, this is weird shit. Lay out scenario mutiny, and then it just ends in death. It'd be like, that's not.
Okay, guys. While you're also talking and considering, Lieutenant Sven has been looking over your wares for sale. Just let me make clear. So, what are you making available when you speak with another road trader? What's on your data slate to show? Is it pretty much anything and everything? Because if you look in the handout, Johnny, there's in the malevolence. I've got all your currency, commodities, and very special items. So are you putting everything out there? I mean, for example, I probably wouldn't put the fact you've got slaves out there in the public domain. But is there anything that you're holding off making available for sale? Anything that you're not advertising, or that you're being more selective over who you advertise to? Maybe just have a look through and just see if there's anything you want to tell me, or if you just want to say, I will put it all out there and see what happens. That's up to you as well. That's also a choice.
Yeah, so we could. Robot Johnny?
Losing you, Johnny. That's why I hate Grey Johnny. He's unreliable. I'll turn your video off, mate. I think you was fine before, but your video perhaps is hogging your bandwidth.
So we've got a lot of.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
Ask.
Yes.
Is that better? Hello?
Robo, Johnny.
I'm not sure.
No.
Are you still a bit roboty? Maybe just give it a minute to catch up, or maybe you just are gonna have to go back to Red Johnny. Hello. That's better. I think that's better.
Hello. It's got up.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Bit robust. He's good though, because it's like
In
keeping.
character, right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Sven's looking through your wares. Is there anything that you're not necessarily advertising?
I think we probably shouldn't advertise the slaves.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much a given. But is there anything else that you want to hold back? Or?
Maybe. I mean, what do you reckon, guys? Maybe hold back the fact that we have the tentacular. We don't want that fucking.
Yeah, it's not one use.
No
Yeah, maybe hold
mutants, probably.
What about? We've got quite a lot of Promethean, but we don't want to sell loads of it, do we? We could probably sell a couple of 100 tons of the Promethean. We've got 1,000 tons.
Well,
Eventually get some more later.
Yeah. Pardon me.
Because it says if we sell too much,
to mine from me.
if we sell too much, we'll piss off the engineers. But if we sell like 20% of it, it'll make a bit of money for us. It'll make like $250,000 nearly, and we'll still have 800 tons left.
nutrients a commodity account. It feels like you shouldn't really sell it off.
It literally says in the handout that we have an excess of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would, if that's the case,
yeah.
20%.
I'd put a couple of 100 tons of that up. To be fair.
We still have 800 tons, won't we? So
you're making available 200 tons of
That's a
Promethean.
lot.
Okay. And what about stuff like the fighter craft? That's another one.
Yeah.
There's some things in there that you can sell, but that's optional. It's but maybe you may or may not. It's like it may not be the right choice, but it's an option.
I don't think we should sell the any of the ships at this point in time.
I think that seems perfectly sensible to me. I'm putting it out there as an option. It's something that is available.
Yep.
As an option. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the right option, but it is a option.
What about what about Reptile's art collection?
Yeah,
let's flog that.
Yeah.
You put in the art collection.
Yep.
These people might
I think that'll get us some serious coins to right buyer. That'd be definitely something we should sell because we've got no practical use for it.
No.
There's a practical use for it. You could always put it up in a room and you could look at it, enjoy it.
And then you could fall through it.
Or sell it.
Let's
wait, what if Reptile's art collection's all portals to the places it's paintings of? No, fuck it, we'll sell it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to put the art collection
Those
up out
places
there?
probably don't exist anymore.
What about Mother's Pearl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pearl's going up.
Yeah. I don't
Are we
know
getting lost with it?
what's best to do with that, but I reckon it's worth a fair old whack.
Yeah, I think we should sell it. It's not like we've found any other use for it, is it? So it's either that or we do what I do in every video game RPG ever, and we hoard a load of shit in our bags, and you get to the end of the game and you go, I've got 500 potions of speed.
Yep. So,
we should just maybe drank one or two of those.
All the general shit, ivory furs, hides, I think they should definitely go up for sale. How much saltfish have we got left? 104 tons. Do you want to keep all of the... Oh, we gave 26 tons to the cook. We bought 130
you gave some of it to the hook. Yeah, you've been using some of it to feed the ship.
Do we want to sell all of the saltfish?
Put half up for sale and see what people, if we want more or not.
Yeah.
So half the fish is available?
Because fish is a good commodity if it shoots morale. Food will bomb shoots morale.
We've got a lot of nutrient paste. We've got 17,000 tons. Oh, sorry, 1,700 tons of nutrient paste, and we can produce that in-house for free.
Sell it.
Delicious paste.
Yeah, maybe not all of it, but we should.
No, just starve them. Make them eat in-house.
Okay, so how...
We want to amuse them.
how many tons of his paste are you going to make available for sale?
What do you reckon, guys? We've got 1,700. Should we put 1,000 tons of it up?
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
1,000 out of 1,700.
Yeah.
Making available.
All the ivory, furs, and hides. I said that. Then what about the
Yeah,
cheese?
yeah.
I mean, there's a little part of me that says we should keep the cheese.
This is a big decision, here,
And
guys. This is a campaign-defining decision.
I know,
What are you gonna do
right?
with this?
You see, the thing is, we've got 3 ton of cheese. I think we should keep the cheese, but I'll be honest, I don't know how much of that is me saying that and how much of it is Tommy Lee. Because I've got a bit of a cheese thing going on in my brain now.
Well, honestly, cheese is a recurring thing through all games. It's hard to let go of.
Yeah, we need
remember
to.
the wall. Remember the wall of cheese.
The wall of
at the opposite
cheese.
door?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, maybe we should keep the cheese.
The cheese blockade.
Yeah, we should definitely keep the cheese. Let's keep the cheese.
Okay, guys.
I say let them eat cheese.
Let's
Yes.
put up for sale.
It's a big morale booster. It's a big morale booster, the cheese.
We don't have to worry about ship's morale. Let's just keep the rest for ourselves and put a ton up for
Wait,
sale.
no, wait, yeah, right. What about we buy the wine and we have a cheese and wine party for the whole crew?
Oh, and maybe we can turn the nutrient paste into dried out crackers.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We're getting very sidetracked here. But yeah, we absolutely need to do that. Is there any re-grapes? Is there?
Maybe Alexa can craft some, but no. So far, you've not seen any grapes out there.
Re-grapes.
So,
I've said the ones I'm scanning right now.
Oh,
why don't we host a cheese party to entice people to buy our wares?
now there's an idea. We could stand at the door to the ship, inviting traders in and offering them a glass of wine and some cheese.
And some paste.
Yeah, and some paste crackers.
Paste crackers.
Nutri-paste crackers.
New like dehydrating process.
I'm just gonna go for a. I'm just gonna go for a quick wee and a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. You can't beat
salted paste crackers.
You can't beat
that
offering
way they'll
guests.
taste off.
You can't be offering guests crackers made of potentially dead members of the crew. Because I'm utterly convinced that's why we've got so much of it and why it's free to produce.
Of course.
Well, no. I disagree on that because most dead members of the crew and jettisoned.
Maybe
into space.
maybe it's just from all the wheat we grow.
Oh, the weed.
The wheat.
Oh, they said the weed. It's like we grow weed on the ship. Maybe we should. Maybe we should grow some space weed. Yeah. Yarn needs to set up a grow house.
Yeah, it's got it going on, man.
Just blaring out Bob Marley 24 hours a day.
Yeah. He occasionally sets on fire and sits in there and meditates into the next world.
Oh, Space Rasta.
Yeah.
Right. I think we've got a vague idea what we're doing with all our stuff then, haven't we?
I think that's a good idea. I can't add too much. I can add it here, but I won't go to it in game.
The components that it actually says we can buy the components straight from the station authority, the components that Alexa needs, at 30 grand each, and there are 5 available.
That sounds like a better option there.
What do you reckon, James? Should we just get them?
Yeah.
A ton of alloy would make us some elite robo soldier men. Not 3 ton, but a ton to save on pricing.
Yeah, I don't think we need to buy
It's
loads of
like
that, but maybe even a couple of ton, because Alexa can probably do quite a lot with a couple of
There's
ton
too
of
much
metal.
talking about cheese and not enough eating of it. So.
A couple of ton of metal can go a long way, depending on what you're doing with it. You know, if
Yeah.
you're using it as an alloy, a strengthening alloy, for example, into cheaper metal, you wouldn't have to put much in at all. Less than 1% usually has a massive amount of effect on the properties of steel, for example. So
Crazy.
So, yeah. But Al, we were just saying that the station authority has components for sale, doesn't it?
Yeah, some very fine quality components. I'd say it should be available, or visible rather. I'm trying to, every time you see something more available for sale, you should be being made visible Roll 20 handouts.
I was just saying that while you were away, that we're probably just going to, because they've got 5 for sale, we're probably just going to buy them
Okay.
straight from them at some point. So,
Okay.
all right, and I think we've covered everything we want to sell, haven't we?
Okay. So Sven's looking through what you have to offer, and he goes, and a curious selection of wares for sale. Very interesting. The item that obviously jumps out the most would be your ivory. Very fine, the finest grade. We would be, of course, interested in purchasing this. All that you have, please, and of perhaps less interest, but perhaps still a little interest, would be your furs. We could take those as well, perchance, for the right price. There's a pause.
Okay. Well, of course. Prices are always negotiable, of course. Perhaps we can negotiate both ways.
Yes, indeed. So, where shall we begin? Has anything taken your fancy of our exquisite offering?
Yeah. Hang on a sec. I've got too many windows open.
Pardon me.
I've got far too many windows open. That's hours. I don't need that. I've got too many things open. Alan, what have you done to me?
I accept full responsibility. It's my fault, Dave.
We're interested in some of these unique alloys you have.
Yes, of course. The specification is most advanced.
So my technical assistant here tells me, gesturing to the lovely Alexa, which is a woman, Alan.
Very good. I knew it was a woman. I wouldn't make that mistake 3 times in one night.
Of course not. No, that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Who would do
That would
such
be
a thing?
preposterous.
A couple of tons, maybe. How much is it? It's 150 grand, isn't it? Yeah, a couple of tons of that to start with, I think.
So we're looking at 2 tons of advanced alloy, which would be 300,000.
Yep.
Okay.
And we may be interested in the medicine as well, but I have to consult the ship's doctor about a few things first.
Hang on a moment. I do believe that I may be able to consult. Well, I don't know what we're going to consult the doctor about, but I am.
Oh, I'm not. I'm lying.
Oh, okay.
I can't help it. Every other sentence with Quintus is a lie. I'm just stalling. It's a politer way of saying I'm going to see if I can buy some cheaper medicine elsewhere first.
Cool.
So, and Sven says, Lieutenant Sven says, yes, so we are docked here for the next week. I imagine it's possible that the items, the medicine will still be there by the time you return.
Yes, probably by day's end, I would suggest. I just need to check a couple of things. Also, what are we saying? Are we going to have some of the Rebongo for the crew?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you reckon? It's
I
three.
really did.
It's $3,000 a ton.
Oh, give me a second. Get 30 ton.
30 tons of Rebongo.
That's a lot of fucking bongo.
Is it perishable?
You have the means to keep stuff like. It's not gonna. It is perishable, but you've got the means to freeze it in essence.
Okay.
I'm thinking of ship's morale here.
Actually, no. Actually, having a look at it. Sorry, it's dehydrated and preserved, so
Yeah.
it's not necessarily
True.
It's not necessarily. It's not perishable. I'll take that back. I retract that statement when I looked at my own
It's
notes.
got water to it.
It also fends off scurvy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I would say the ship needs this as a man who's been walking around. Anyway, what do I know, sir? You do your business.
No, your input's always welcome, Arnold. You are, after all, a distributor of beverages to the crew. The Rebongo will be in your hands.
Ah, a shitty from my Congo.
So, what do you reckon, James? How much of this do you think we should get? Hayden says 30 tons.
10.
I was thinking more like 10.
Bongo.
Johnny?
Not sure if Johnny is still there. I think he had to pop off.
Just thought I'd check.
Let's go 15 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, just to, honestly, ship's morale, I've been working on it. You lot seem to forget. I've been working on ship's morale.
Yeah, and you've done a sterling job, sir. So let's have a look. So 15 times 3,000. Yeah, morale's going along fine at the moment. Now, in fairness, even though morale is awful on the ship, it's better than it would have been otherwise. Let's put it that way. So that will bring you up to 45k.
Yep.
Of fruit composite. Okay. And Sven says, and trading the other way, we would take, if you're willing, all of your ivory. We would offer 17,000 per ton. And for your furs, when he makes that noise that mechanics sometimes make, and he goes, perhaps 7,000 per ton.
More than that.
I'm going to say, please, sir, you try to rob from the pockets that I feed my children from. And then I'm going to pull a face like I realise I've just made up an under-medium that doesn't make sense. So I'm afraid
not want to steal from your children's pocket.
There are so many of them, so many mouths to feed. I couldn't possibly sell the furs for less than 10,000 thrones per ton.
Okay. Right. So I would like you, please. So now we're going to have a little bit of haggly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is a skill visit barter. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes,
How does barter work? Is it an opposed test with them bartering as well, presumably?
I wish you had it on.
I'm not
Do you
sure.
wish I had what, sorry?
Certain track to put on. It's an off the Zelda game when you go into the gambling horse.
Oh, yeah.
This would make
Ow.
it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
Oh, yeah.
dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun.
Anyway, carry on. I can always do it in the background. Quite.
How about I'll put on a trading song instead, if you like?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Keep me quiet.
Right, when dealing with day-to-day affairs like haggling in a bazaar over the price of a fine set of tarot cards or trading IO sticks for food, a single test is sufficient. However, for important deals such as those entailing risk to one side, carried out under dangerous circumstances, or involving a large amount of thrones, the GM may call for an opposed test, with both sides using their barter skill. As a rough guide, a success will reduce the price of an item by 10%, with each additional success reducing it by a further 5%.
Okay, well I might just twiddle around with this a little bit then. So I'm going to let's have a roll off then and see how we get on as we have a opposed barter.
Bats on, people are prized, got dice in their eyes. Yeah, so.
You are funny. You're a silly man. I've had like 1.5 cans of Halls Pilsner and I am flipping well away.
Oh,
I've
good
been
man.
dropped my phone upstairs when I went to the toilet. I was like, "Whoa!"
I'm going
Go straight to my head.
to add a fate point to that, Al.
Okay.
I've forgotten how to drink beer. How to handle beer.
Can't you just re-roll it for better result?
I'm not going to get better than that.
He's not going to get better than that, I don't think. Well, he could do, but it's a great roll, but also I've made a great roll as well. So So, Quintius, this guy is obviously a veteran of this sort of thing, and he, he seems to give up very little, and the whole dance of the trade. He seems I don't know, he always seems to have you
A
put
better
off
dancer.
a little edge. A little, he's a bad dancer, but he always seems to put you slightly off edge. Maybe it was something in the Amasec. Maybe it's that slight dulling effect of the Sephoric. But you struggle to get his prices up very much. He remains on 17k for the ivory, and you managed to get him up to 8k for the furs because it was a real low ball offer.
Yeah. I'm not going to accept the offer for the furs then. I'm going to say to him, I'm sorry, sir, I simply cannot let them go that cheaply. But the ivory, 17,000 thrones a ton, seems like a solid deal.
Okay. So, and you're going to sell it all off, is that correct?
What do you reckon, guys? Sell it all?
We've got a buyer, haven't we?
Yeah.
In a pot skip.
You what,
Is
sorry,
it,
Hayden?
what was the buying price of the ivory in the first place?
15,000 thrones per ton.
So you're only making 2 on each.
Yeah.
Anybody else hasn't really made you an offer, but they have first. Oh, would it be worth trying
Let's have some intelligence tests all around, please, guys. As you start perusing over this. So, Nixus, please. Intelligence test will be so kind. And Alexa. Okay, so Quintius, you're reasonably happy. Arnold, if you're honest, you're a little bit out of your depth here, Arnold. I mean, yeah, you're not quite sure all these numbers, all these this data changing hands. You're not quite sure what's going on, but at least the ale is nice. A fine brew gives a nice buzz. So there's that, and the dainties, Arnold. They're not too bad if you do decide to indulge. Quintius, you think you're perhaps getting a decent deal, but Nixius and Alexa, both of you think that this guy's being a little stingy, let us say, especially for the well, certainly for both products. He's being tight. He's perhaps feeling you out, perhaps lowballing you somewhat. So although you do have an offer of a sale, you feel that perhaps he's not doing you sufficient credit. And Alexa, you've got a little alarm bell ringing in your head, going.
Yeah. These are rare items from a planet that is no longer accessible. Do you really believe that the rarity of these items warrants such a low price?
Okay, Alexa. What about you, Nixie? Are you doing or saying anything?
It can be converted to medicinal goods as well. So
Ivory and tusk to be
makes a good aphrodisiac.
Isn't it
Yeah,
like
it's just a sex aid.
We'll say this as well. This could be. We'll mention this. Maybe a desirable commodity on pleasure worlds. Should you visit them?
Such as what? Yeah, say, were you doing or saying anything, Jane?
100.
Did you decide on anything?
No, come here.
Lola's a good girl. Love you,
You
Lola.
just left on the floor.
Love you, Lola.
No.
What's happening there? What's she up to?
The floor, Alan.
I can't hear. Sorry, I can't hear very well. Something on the floor. What's she done on the floor?
Well, what do dogs do on the floor? Yeah.
Shit. We.
Yeah,
Do they
but
get
roll-
down on the floor?
cats on the floor? They can't get
Cat
down.
on the floor. Oh,
Yeah.
you're a good girl, Lola. It's because you couldn't reach the outside. You good. Don't let them tell you off.
Stop
You're just an old lady. Just an old lady. She's above reproach.
She's,
You'll have to put a little shit back on her, like on the back, like a nappy what just catches her like the end of a horse or something like that.
Yeah, like them little poop shoots that horses have. And then the poop
Just get
slides
one of
off
them.
and-
Yeah, just in a bag at least. If she sits on it, it's only on her. Anyway,
Okay.
problem
So
solved.
Alexa,
Let's
I
carry
just
on.
wanted what? Oh yeah, just Alexa's trying to kind of haggle and barter a bit here. What about Nixo? I just want to check whether Nixis is doing or saying anything before I continue. You don't have to, James. You can just.
yeah, Nixis will pipe up and go. I think that's a bit low, considering where we got these from, and like Alexa says, nobody will be getting these ever again.
Okay. So I'd like for one of you, please, to make a barter roll with a +10 for the fact the other one's assisting, and a +10 for the fact that you're using the fact that the planet is no longer accessible for trade. So one of you would.
My
like to make a
barter's
roll.
my barter's really low.
Mine is super low as well.
How low is yours?
How low can you go?
Down on the floor.
Mine's 16.
I mean, you could
We
shit
both-
on the floor. That would be lower.
So, could we help each other? instead?
Yeah, that's what I said. You can add a +10 for the assistance, and then a +10 for the kind of.
Have we both got the same barter?
Rarity.
I think so. I
Spiel.
think we both got 32 fellowship.
Question is, do you feel lucky?
Yeah.
Do you?
I think we do.
No.
I
My
think we do.
fellowship's 33.
I've got that
My fellowship's
feeling.
33.
Hey?
Someone's down.
But my barter, I haven't got I haven't got the barter skill.
Yeah. So we're both on 16. So
Nick's
Use.
Quintius, help us out here.
How
already
can
got
I
the 10 from-
retroactively
Right,
suddenly help
well,
you out?
For a start, Quintus has already had a go at it, so he's not going to be able to assist here.
Why assist?
I'm
You
asking
can't-
either. Well, say they've already got the assist, and also, like I said to you, Arnold, is you didn't even really know, you didn't really have anything to offer to this trade because you failed your intelligence test. You didn't have anything really.
I will try.
Okay, I'm just thinking
try this one.
about like kills.
Well, tell me if there's something you think you can do that you think might assist, then tell me what you want to do.
I've already rolled out. I've rolled 1 degree of success.
Okay.
0.1. Seeing as we're both the same, so it's just arbitrary. Isn't it?
Okay. Lieutenant Sven. He seems to pause for a long time. He says, "Please excuse me. I must consult with Captain Fandango." And he takes his leave.
Okay.
What just happened there? What did you say to the man? I don't know.
They're
You heard
haggling,
what I said.
Arnold.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think he's
You can't give.
probably deciding if the rare.
These are rare items that we can't just give away.
Fuck him. We'll find somebody else for the fucking ivory, or we'll make some medicine ourselves.
Now, that's
It'll give
sort
you
of
the
medicine.
This
horn.
might perhaps be a better solution. Might be good for morale.
I mean,
So if we give them enough orange juice and crushed up ivory in their juice, they'll be fucking happy as rabbits, eh?
I've just had a flashback of like making
Calculating. That is correct.
making Star Wars
Ooh, a
characters
little bit of ivory in this. Oh my god, enjoy yourself, boy. You'll be
What was
fucking
it,
Yemen in no time.
I said SWG meds made with berries and ivory.
yeah. What was it? Was it the drink that gave you like?
Impact, I think.
Did it give you like loads extra mind or something like that? Was it like
Oh,
a sniper's
yeah,
dream
yeah,
or something
yeah.
stupid?
Oh, it could have been.
Is that massive heads? That
90
was.
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I missed.
I should have done a battle roll.
There was a
All right, well, I mean,
structural,
James did quite well as well.
level to
Oh, did you do both did a barter roll? Unfortunately,
Yeah.
James got there first, so I'm gonna have to go with James's
Oh,
roll.
no.
But you did assist, Alexa. You did both assist. You've both done quite well here. And like I say, the lieutenant has already headed off and he's decided to go and consult his superiors. Did I miss anything
Yes.
of note, or was it all nonsense while I had my headset off?
It's
or-
all nonsense.
Oh, no, very good. So, after, well, actually, you've got a few moments amongst yourselves. If there's anything you want to say to one another, or we can fast forward to when he returns. Up to you.
They're very stingy with the prices. I mean, we could always lower our top end, go offer them 1,400 for the alloys. You know, we could always start playing their game against them.
You see, I can understand fair trading fur and ivory, but why wouldn't anybody want to eat fish? Fuck's sake. I thought fish would be the easiest thing to sell in the world. Everybody wants to eat, don't they? Don't they? You've got clothes on your back to warm.
It's just salty.
Everyone loves
You
fish.
eat. Anyway, don't mind me. I was over-concentrated on one category, obviously.
I think the thing is,
Gotta get
Arnold,
obsessed.
I think a lot of the things that these people buy and sell are quite high-end luxury items, and I'm not sure the salted fish is up their street, if you know what I mean.
Salted fish is a high-end luxury item, let
I'm-
me tell
I'm
you.
I'm sure.
Yes,
You
Arnold.
don't put that in between your taste buds. You don't know what high-end luxury is, my friend. Especially if you salt it, leave it simmer. You can make soup out the bones. Come on, my friend. You know this.
I'm just going to pat Arnold
I'm
on the
with
arm
you.
and go, yes, Arnold, yes, fish is lovely. Yes.
Salted fried fish and fish soup made out of a stock. Honestly, you will love it, Quintus. Next time in the dormitories, I will get it for you.
That sounds absolutely splendid.
Alexa's gonna pipe up and say to Quintus, he is a rising star within the catering section of the ship. I would listen to what he says.
I mean, I'm not arguing with him at all. It's just I fear we're getting a little sidetracked at the moment, talking about making soup.
Oh, sorry. You know how I am. I'm Arnold. I was
Perhaps
thinking about food.
Perhaps
slaughter.
we could we might find some more ingredients for you to experiment with.
Of course, I can taste them. As with.
Some
for now-
spices, perhaps.
But for now, what do you think of this wine? Do you think we should be buying any of this wine the man has for sale?
Not if it's all drugged like this one.
Be good with a salted fish.
Like the cheese is good as well. So.
The perfect
Excuse me,
accent.
sorry. That's a good idea. Give me one moment.
Yeah, the medicine's only B as well. We should go and check out everybody else's quality of everything else around, really, shouldn't we? And then we should make, so maybe the first day it should just be checking out what everyone else has, and then decide how to divvy it all up. And also they'll know what we've got as well.
Do we know how long all of these ships are here for? Because some of these items might just disappear.
So
with the
we know
tide,
that this ship's
as
here
it
for
were.
another week. But like Alan
Right,
said,
okay.
it doesn't guarantee that the items are going to be there when we come back.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think
I say maybe we need a big push. Maybe we need a big push on advertisement. Last World Furs. Get them now. Get them hot.
Well, yeah, but
know-
we've only been to 2 places so far. Why don't we just fucking go from one to the other and just check out all their inventory?
Yeah, we are. But
With the change, miasma fresh.
This
My
world
asthma
got ready
fresh
for orcs.
first,
They won't be
and-
skinning anymore.
Not just
Get them
fresh,
down whilst
my
they're
asthma
fast.
fresh.
Yeah.
that's what I was actually planning on doing, James. But I'm just trying to get this guy to
Selling
fucking
point.
make us an offer. Basically, we don't have to accept his offer here and now, do we?
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we can metagame a bit here, guys. We don't have to, get too bogged down in the ins and outs, and we can play some of the trades a little bit more computer gamey, and let's say we don't have to.
My asthma fresh.
My asthma fresh.
Man,
Anyway,
fresh.
so not just fresh, my asthma fresh. So we should be in marketing. We should be in marketing, guys.
Oh, it
So
should be. maybe we should make our
We
own
should.
ads campaign for the radio.
yeah,
Since we've
fuck
been
off.
doing this so long, I bet we could do some funny ones.
Have a
Give us
jingle.
half an hour of an ad. Honestly, it'd be sound
Town
amazing.
Eye.
Yeah,
My asthma
well,
fresh
honestly,
milk
this
coming
is
to
a
you.
serious venture. We could actually do ourselves as
For a
a
limited
advertising.
All right, guys.
Don't miss
After a
out.
few moments, to try and drag you back onto track, off of your tangent.
Okay.
Sven comes back, and he looks perhaps a little flustered. It's the first time you've seen him as such since he's been here. He's not been quite calm up to now, and he says, "My apologies, sir. This area," and he doesn't look at Alexa when he says "sir." He looks at Nick first. My apologies, sir. These items are not my area of expertise, and Captain Fandango agrees with you. Perhaps I have been somewhat insulting in my offers. I have the authority to go up to 20,000 for the ivory per ton, and up to 10,000 for the furs.
Okay.
And we
I
shall
would say
say
that was
for that
agreeable.
much.
That's like
Agreeable, isn't it?
it's like 25%
Affirmative.
profit on the ivory.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah,
like a
let's do it.
grand per ton on the furs, but it's better than a kick in the dick.
Yeah.
It is.
Like James
All
says,
the
you're not
money's
necessarily
returned
forced
to
to
you.
do everything straight away as
No.
well. You can also pause a little
But if you
things.
made that, you still got in the bank to buy something else to maybe make something more. So you still managed to bonus on that. Maybe we could buy something from one ship and sell it to the other.
Hmm.
Hang on as well, I think. I mean, what about meds? Break for the meds. Oh no.
Yeah, the meds.
Hang on.
Can we
It's 1.1 million for
offer a
those
lower
meds.
price?
So you want to
Offer a
try and
lower
haggle
price,
on
offer
his
a
side?
million.
I see, right. Right. Okay.
Yeah, we need to haggle. We need to haggle their stuff that they're selling as well, because
that?
You must be
mad.
Yeah, how much meds?
I say the meds are like a one. It's either one or it's a binary option. Some of them are. There's a number of tons available. Some of them, a lot of the items are just a binary. So you either buy it or you don't. So the medicine is you know it's not how much medicine. It'll be it's kind of left a bit vague, a little nebulous, but it will see you for the rest of the campaign to metagame somewhat. It's a good, significant high ticket item purchase.
Yeah.
And that's why it'll take a huge chunk of your resources.
I mean, if no one else is selling any, I think we should get it because we need medical supplies, and if there's no alternative, then we'll get it. But like I say, we should maybe come back, like James says, spend the rest of this day just going around the different ships and seeing what's available.
Yeah, go shop
Make a
around
few
for it.
offers,
I
get a
think
few
it's
offers.
got-
You know that ship we
Azaro.
sent off. We could always catch up with them and see, and then experiment to see if the medication works on those people, because then we could have more crew. You know what I mean? Which would basically, or more bodies for experimentation.
Servitors.
Preservatives, yes.
You should have transported
Basically,
all the medication as poison, wiped the ship out, and then used the cops.
Sacrifice them to me. The wind seems to say on.
Sorry, I always go darker. Can't listen.
You're in the right place.
it's dark hours.
You're in the right place. It's a safe space.
It's darkest
Well,
heresy.
What I do think out of this
It's
one,
legit.
while my voice is heard, is that we should sell the ivory as long as we get 25 increase. That's good, and
Well, that
maybe
gives
the
us,
furs.
The ivory gives us 1 million.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20,000, 50 tons. That's a
Let's
million.
sell it all.
Yeah,
Sell it all.
And,
yeah. Sell all the ivory because it's hard to get by for that if I don't need it either. because we're
then it means
selling to a
then it means
high-end area
if we
with high-end meds and high-end
if we buy the
materials.
components, it's not going to be such a hit, is it? It's not going to be such a hit to buy the components, then, is it?
This is the
We should
right
try and
place
haggle
to
the
sell
components
our
down.
ivory.
Yeah, it is, because it's a luxury item. At the end of the day, it's something that fellow rogue traders, inverted commas, would probably want to have, or rich people, throughout the sector might want.
Okay, guys. So, like I say, we can
Hello?
leave. You can leave those. Hello, is everyone there? So, it's up to you. You can either decide on something now, if you've made a decision, or you can leave the offers on the table. And you still haven't tried haggling him down, which I believe you're on about doing. So, if that's of interest for you to do, which I presume it is, you've haggled him up on your prices, but you've not haggled him or tried
Next,
haggling
make any
him on
kind
others.
of evaluation on the advanced medicine.
Yeah, sure. I'd like you to please make a Medicaid roll. You did some. Let's have a look. Let me just double check your catch sheet, please, James. Let's have a little look. So let me please have a Medicaid roll. You've got Pumpkin with you as well, so that would be a plus 20 to that. Is there anything else? I think that is. Yep, so can I have a Medicaid roll with a plus 20? In fact, that's fucking... Oh, so yes, that's be on 82, I believe.
Right. It's already at 82. Is that because I've got... Is that
Plus
because I've
20.
got a kit normally?
I'm not sure. We'd have to work it up from first principles, mate, because you've got Master Shururgan.
Yeah, that's...
You've got Talented Medicaid. You've got a med... servo skull that can assist you, so you really have stacked quite a lot onto this. It's almost like you've min-maxed it somewhat, James.
Yeah.
I'd have to work it up for first principles if you want to do that, but I'm not certain off the top of my head. I would have to go through it but I think at the minute it looks like you're rolling on an 82, so you can maybe just try that.
Yeah, no, that is right, because I've got plus 10, which would be, what is my intelligence? Yeah, so 52, 62, and then Talented and Master Shurgan. So yeah, 82, so 102. Right. If I get 20 for the servo skull.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like you to. Right. Yeah, I was about to say I'm not sure how the servo skull might assist here because you're looking through. I think it's not like actually scanning anything, but you don't need. I'm not going to add them plus 20, but you've still got still got 6 degrees success, which is a very comfortable pass. So you're evaluating this advanced medicine. You wanted to try and make an assessment of it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this ship. And you've already had a bit of a feel from this from the other wares he's got. This Captain Fandango must be quite the connoisseur. There's almost like an artistry to his trade in that he's kind of selecting some of the very finest wares from across the region, and the quality of the precursors, the selection of precursors, every single aspect of it seems of the highest grade. Or rather of a very high grade, but perhaps not the very highest. I think it's grade B rather than grade A. But it's still all very good and it's very comprehensive. And you imagine that you wouldn't do better than this.
Right. I think we should get this because I don't think we'll do much better. And if we're selling the ivory to him, we may as well get this now and get this out of the way for the ship.
Medical
Yeah.
keeps people going, doesn't it?
Yeah. Plus, if we go anywhere near
we've got medicine, so now we need to maybe concentrate on ship's defences or repairs.
Offer 120,000 for the alloy, and see if we can meet somewhere halfway between that as well. In the 150,000
okay, guys. Well,
he's asking.
Let's try this another way in order to kind of maybe keep things moving a little bit rather than getting too bogged down everything. So what I'd like you to maybe do is, if you want to haggle his prices down, I'd like you to make a roll, one of you, which presumably will be Quintius, because I think he's got the actual skill. If someone else wants to
Yeah.
help, assist,
We'll
then
assist him.
you
Can I have a
give
sample? Can I just ask for a sample of the ally? First of all.
Yeah, so I think in this case it would be Alexa who would be the best to assist. But before you do that, we'll maybe ask for a tech roll, see if you've got anything pertinent that you can add. So you ask for a sample. You've also had samples of red wine, which appear. Some little tasting, little tiny glasses for tasting. If you wanted to sample the red wine, yeah, you're welcome to do so. Anyone who's having a drink of red wine, let me know. So yeah, in terms of the haggling, we don't need to, we don't need to spend. I don't want to spend too long, because otherwise, guys, we'll never get off Ridge Station. I know it took us ages to get here, but we do need to maybe just keep it rolling a little bit.
Well, like,
There's a lot of anticipation about getting here.
As you're talking over each other, guys, I can't. What do you say? Sorry.
Oh, I said there's a lot of anticipation about going here.
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, and hopefully the Rebongo will live up to your expectations. So, but yeah, anyway, so Alexa, you get a sample of the metal, you know, and it's you realise that you need to get it back to your workshop.
I can re-roll that because it's tech use, isn't it? Intelligence based, isn't it?
I mean, do you have? I mean,
So,
yeah, you're a genius, and you get D3 reroll. Oh, well remembered, Johnny. Well remembered, Johnny. I'd forgotten. You get D3 rerolls per game, thanks to your very high intelligence. So if you want to roll a D3, that's how many rerolls you'll get from intelligence-based tests this session.
Roger that. Okay. See if I can remember how to do it forward.
Reroll. Be a shame if you rolled another fail when it's such a high roll of 86. Oh, that's much. Oh, that's two. That's two rerolls. So you're going to use one of them. Reroll your tech use them.
I'm going to use one of them now because I definitely need to reroll that.
No worries, mate.
So
save using your fate point if you have one.
Okay, and then I don't have a fate point now.
Do you not?
I never have fate points.
Oh, okay.
I might have one.
Do you though?
No, probably not.
Okay, so Alexa, you do some. Pardon me. You do some. Yes, indeed, you do. You do some series of scans on this metal, and you get some more pertinent information which you can use to support the barter. So I'd like to have a barter roll with an assist from Alexa, and this will be an opposed test again. And this is to see to what extent you can get his prices down. Okay.
Okay.
What do you say? Plus 10.
Got that wrong.
Plus 10 from Johnny's assistant.
1.7 degree of success. I will add another fate point to make that 2.7.
I'd stick with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just work out the total where you're at currently, and so what will happen here is he will offer. So you spend some time haggling, and now the game is afoot. The dance begins anew, and you're getting a bit more of a feel for it, and you're also getting a bit more of a measure of this Sven, who seems been a bit off put after he went back to his ship and came back again. You will be able to get him down 10% on his prices. So we've got his max offer, like I've said about the ivory and the furs, and then you'll be able to get 10% off of his total cost. And it depends on what you're actually buying. But we don't need to dwell on it too much. And also you don't need to commit to anything here, because you can go and just check the other offerings and then come back to this. And we can speed through a bit of this in order just to keep the game rolling. And because some of this is a bit, is a bit shoppy, and and I don't want to get bogged down too much over every little purchase. So that's pretty much. Oh, there's one more thing. He looks over and says, "Oh, there was one more item." Fandango was interested in one of your paintings, not the whole collection, mind, but there was one of them that seemed quite appealing. He was willing to offer you 50,000 thrones for this one. And the painting is called Two Doves on a Chair.
What's the painting of, Alan?
A lake.
perfectly goodly.
Uh,
sorry if I didn't check my notes about that. Let me just put that. Lake. There we go. Sorry, it's in my notes now. So, who does not share? And it's
a
like,
lake.
yes, and so Captain Fandango was awfully attracted to the name itself. It sounded so spontaneous.
Yes, yes. My father was a great admirer of art. I'd be quite glad to get rid of all of his collection, and I would certainly consider 50,000 thrones for that particular piece a fair offer. And I'm going to look at Nixius with raised eyebrows to suggest, is that a fair offer? I don't fucking know.
Does anyone have any knowledge of art or any sort of means of determining? I don't think anyone has any sort of background in this. I don't think there's anyone who can really
I
help.
don't think there's actually any particular skills that would evaluate.
Can I
Who's
do an
got a good
evaluate?
Sure, if you want to make an evaluate roll,
Yeah.
that seems probably the best skill in this instance. If anyone who wants to can make an evaluate skill.
I will stand next to Quintius and go.
Do I have?
Oh,
I don't have
yes.
to buy
Great roll.
it. Shoot.
Well, don't worry about it because Quintus has already come up with a banger. And actually, Quintus, you mull it over in your head and say, "Yeah, it's you've actually you recall back from your days as a noble. There were you did have some kind of feeling for this sort of high-end luxury, purchase, and that price does seem a fair offer. So obviously, it's very hard to judge art, but you're not unhappy. You don't think he's lowballing you like he was earlier.
I'm not even gonna haggle with him over the painting. Just as a token of friendship, I'm going to say, absolutely, you can have the painting. I'll have it brought over to your ship this evening sometime.
So it's up to you guys. So you can either commit to everything we've discussed now, or you can commit to some of it, or you can just leave it and we can park it and you can go and do some other purchasing. You can always come back to it.
Please get me my components, please.
I think we should. We're not buying components from this guy, are we? I think we should come back. We'll say.
Didn't we get 10% off then?
Off this guy, yeah, but he hasn't got any for sale money, so he's got alloy. He's got alloy for sale, no components. So.
Well, we could do the what do you call it? Ivory and furs and painting is pretty much the advanced medicine.
Yeah.
With the 10% off.
Yeah, that makes sense. The advanced medicine. Yeah.
Okay, guys, did you want to commit to it now? Commit to any purchases now?
What about you, Hayden? What do you think?
Commitment. Let's.
What's up? I was away, taking the kids up. Sorry.
It's all good, mate?
Say bye now. Bye now.
Don't know what's happening.
Just saying,
I think we're just about trying to settle up here at the minute.
Do we want to commit to these deals now and sell and buy the things we've talked about? Or do we want to park the deal up and finish the sentence without being interrupted? I mean...
Sorry.
Which do we do?
Sorry. I thought we said that to me or Johnny.
I think he was saying it to everyone who was interrupting him, which was both of you. So, I have to say, guys, there's been an awful lot of talking over each other tonight. An awful lot of it, and I've been slightly responsible. We need to get back to a little bit of Discord
etiquette
comms. But then a bit of etiquette. And then the problem is that everyone then doesn't talk at all, and then no one talks to one another. So let's go from one extreme to the other.
Aiden, speak.
We can always raise our hand up.
Aiden,
I don't know. Anyway, so guys, what I'm asking here. Oh, sorry. Maybe we should just play by text.
It takes far too long to bat these ideas around to get replies through text.
So 10 minutes later, are we buying and selling everything now, or are we going to go around the rest of the ship and have a look and come back and do it?
I would sell the ivory.
Yeah, sell the ivory, sell the fucking furs, and the painting, and trade it for the advanced medicine. Okay. So 1.5 with 10% off is 13.5.
Okay, guys. So right then. So it sounds like we're committing. So we are selling the ivory. We are selling the furs, and we're selling the painting,
Yeah.
and then you want to buy the medicine, is that right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you're committing to all that. And what about the other purchases, which was alloy, rebongo, and potentially the wine?
Well,
So no, it's just the advanced alloy
Rebongo.
and the rebongo. That's the only thing you settled on before. So would you like
Yeah.
to commit to buying those?
What's a Rebongo? That's amazing.
It's a perfectly serious game for serious gamers and James. So do
Indeed,
you want
it is.
to buy the alloy and the umbongo as well? Yeah.
What about you, Dave? What do you think?
I've already said I was considering going everywhere else, but obviously I only have the one vote, which is why I keep asking everyone's opinion.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think we should go round.
Let's find out what they've got. I think the Umbongo is a good buy.
I mean, the alloys are a good buy as well. It's just
Yeah.
it might
Yeah,
be
guys, if you
somewhere
can't,
else.
if you can't decide, guys, take a vote. Johnny and Dave and James have equivalent of one vote each, and then Johnny, Hayden, and the NPC have half a vote each. So if you can't decide on it, if you just take a vote on it, but we just want to try and keep it moving a little bit. Hey, do me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Will have to say.
Well, that's because you're not one of the main
Proceed.
traders. These two are the ones who. In fact, you're just the muscle, right?
Officially,
Right.
The hell?
Officially.
but
Officially.
unofficially, you are not.
Unofficially, obviously, Dave's already said he wants everyone involved, and I want everyone involved as well. I don't want to feel like
Agreed.
anyone's like can't.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not just
my
protection
Dimmy,
for just you.
I agree.
What?
I agree. Proceed. This makes sense.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm trying to referee. So, sorry, are you buying are you purchasing everything, or are you fucking off and checking around all the other ships and then coming back? Are you committing now? Are you making a decision, or are you going around seeing what else is on offer
Oh my God.
before you come back?
The thing is, once we've bought the items, we can then use them as trade commodities if we feel that we've got too many of them or we've spent too much. See if we can get a better price. So there's always that.
Everyone else on the other ships can see what we can see, though. So there's no reason to believe that another ship would just be sat there going, "Oh no, we're not buying and selling from anyone else." So that still doesn't answer the question. Are we buying
I'll
the
take a vote
alloys
on it
and the
then, guys.
Rebongo? I've already given my vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I think the vote was like. Sorry.
I was quite happy to go
With
with
the choices that have been made.
the general census is sell off what we can get some good medical supplies, and then go from there and see if we can make a profit. Because we're now a few more up. Oh no, down. Because we've spent shitloads of money to supplies. But
I thought we'd decided on the meds, and this was just a matter of like, are we getting Umbongo and Alloy as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, I think you're.
but we've also got the cost of our selling as well, haven't we? Go against that. That's what I'm on about. It's not just 2 million; it's
Yeah.
more, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you guys
So-
are overthinking it somewhat, or maybe like let's say going over the minutiae of it a bit too much.
Sorry, me and
I
Brownie
think
could do this all day.
yeah. What I'm saying, 'cause I know you can, but maybe we shouldn't. Maybe that's what I'm saying is maybe we shouldn't
Okay.
worry about every little bit. Should you purchase one item then like the question is the main thing to decide is really, do you want to just buy it, in which case it's bought, and then it's done, and decision is made, or do you want to go around the other ships, see what else is for sale, and then come back and then make a decision? Like these offers are on the table, and you can always come back to this ship. So that's kind of, as I see it, the two main options: buy it now and get it done, or go around and shop around and see what else is available. But rather than saying, "Oh, we'll buy this one item and sell this one item and then do this and that," I think you're just overthinking like the minutiae of it a bit too much, and there's no need to really. Because I say we are, there's no need for that level of, getting bogged down in everything.
We could just go for it.
So, do you want to purchase everything? What is it you want? What are you doing?
But the other two are the deciding factor. So what they say really goes. But we do need medical supplies.
I think we decided on the medical supplies definitely, hadn't we? What we're
Yeah.
talking about is the alloys and the Rebongo. Do you want to buy it now, or do you want to just leave the offer on the table and come back after we've had a look at the other shops?
The Rebongo we need.
What's sake?
That's
Rebongo.
We're
We
not-
need the fucking components, not Rebongo.
They don't sell components here.
Mate, a titty for
No,
your Congo.
Alloys.
I can see the appeal of both. It's,
Athena
Rebongo.
pipes up. Guys, we're wasting too much time.
yeah, like
Right.
And a
you know,
titty for your
the
Congo
Meds
too.
the Meds is one of the primary mission targets. So, like, why not just get that out of the way? Seeing as we've got the got decent sale price on the furs and the ivory and
Yeah.
the painting, that pays for that. Do we just save our money, go and look at everything else, and then come back here later for some, Umbungo and allies?
Yeah, we could do actually.
Yeah.
Okay, is that a decision, guys?
Yep.
So,
Right.
sorry, I
Do
was just cheating out a little bit there. So you're selling the ivory furs and painting, buying the medicine, and leaving the Rebongo and alloy. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we'll come back to those. And we've also got
Okay.
components from the station themselves as well. So listed. Let's go find a different ship.
Yeah. Okay. So Sven says thank you. It's been a pleasure, a real pleasure, doing business with you, gentlemen. And yes, we shall discuss some of the further trades in due course. I wish you good fortune in your further trade.
Your drinks are amazing, sir. Thank you very much.
He says, please take the flagon.
Oh, thank you. And I'll clip it to one of my many clips on my clip harnesses. Because Arnie wears two. You never know when he needs an aerial rescue.
Okay, guys. So you leave the bay where you've been doing business. You're here. You're here at Rid Station, and you've done now your second trade. It's gone smoothly. It's gone well.
Very good.
Some key items have been bought. So my question is next. What are you doing?
Right,
Where
fuck
to
this. After all that nonsense, I'm in need of a bite to eat and something to drink. Come on.
Tina goes,
Okay.
Yes, please. It was quite thirsty work, all that talking.
Come on,
Athena
there must be a
hasn't said hardly
fancy.
anything during the entire meeting.
Yeah. There must be a fancy
You know
restaurant
what?
round here we can dine out on the Inquisitor's coin. Come along.
If
Just
you know,
gonna start
I actually
striding
agree
off.
with you. I'm gonna lay back and go, Fina, I actually agree with you. This first word talking. I just find it much easier slaying people by accent, having words with them. It's thinking sometimes, overthinking it.
Yes.
I'll leave it there and walk
Sometime-
off.
And she goes, yes.
Sure.
She walks alongside you, and she smiles at you. And Athena's always been quite warm to you, Arnold. Ever since you offered up your shotgun when she had her melt pistol confiscated, and you offered up that shotgun, and that meant quite a bit to her. You realise, and
respect
she's
a fellow
she's
warrior.
quite warm. Yeah, and she's definitely that's what she is. She doesn't. She doesn't sit well dressed in her fineries, and she is undoubtedly a warrior. And she seems somewhat out of place here, which is why she keeps her gob shut. And it's almost like you forget that she's there most of the time. But now she smiles for you, and she gives you a warm smile, and she goes, "Yes, I could use a drink," yes, I sometimes prefer the simple pleasures of combat. But I've been told there won't be any here.
Yeah, I keep getting the same mandate. It's like they don't want to be protected.
Okay.
Well, if
Right,
there's
guys.
one place we will find combat, it's in the pub. Come on, let's go.
Okay, well, I mean, you've already seen there's a bar called the End of the Road. That's the main kind of food and drink establishment for the
Ominous.
station. End of the Road. It's probably I won't read too much into it, right? Probably won't read too much into it. Okay,
Not a
so
trap.
it's not a trap. I don't have traps in my game. I don't have many traps. Okay. So you head
Almost
off.
certainly a trap.
Don't you trust me? Okay. Just 1 second.
No.
Okay.
Not in this context, no. Not in the game. You're a GM. Don't trust any
Very
GM.
wise. Very wise. You shouldn't. Okay. So just 1 moment. Where on earth did I put that? Okay. Just 1 second. Okay, guys.
May I
I'll
add
just
to
wait for
that?
Brownie.
I do trust people that are GMs when they're not GMing.
Uh-huh.
I'll just add that as well. So there you go.
Well, that's a mistake, Johnny. You
Right.
shouldn't.
Okay.
Well, I
so-
did until Dave said that.
Okay, so guys, I'll wait till James come back. I'll give it a spiel, and then I think. Oh, hang on, where are we? And then that'll probably bring us about towards the end of the game.
Oh no!
But say it's early finish tonight, mate, because Brown has got shit to do. So yeah, so we're gonna have an earliest finish. And and also I've been a bit hungover today, so today's been a bit of hard work.
You've done
and-
well.
Well, I mean, I'm not feeling super
yeah.
good about this one, but thank you, man. It's nice of you to say. I'm glad you had
I've
a good time.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean,
I've enjoyed it.
yeah, but
That's
you're
what
probably
I'm
not.
saying.
Yes, you're probably not as hungover as I am, right? So it's maybe.
Sorry, I forgot to think of anybody else. Okay,
I finished my
I mean, that
second
does. I mean, that's
second wholesome
that's-
pilsner. I'm feeling a bit merry.
that's standard, mate. Standard. Yeah, 2 pilsners in. I'm having a whale of a time. Okay, guys. So, nestled deep.
It's really lubricant.
The lubricant of this pilsners.
Muscles deep.
Nestled deep within the bowels. Pause for Johnny. Of Ridge Station, far beyond the reach of the God Emperor's light, lies the end of the road. And as you approach the entrance, the neon sign flickers erratically, casting eerie shadows on the pitted bulkhead. The door is a heavy slab of metal adorned with cryptic graffiti, and it slides open with a grating
They say
hiss,
keep out or abandon all hope ye who enter here.
revealing a cacophony of sounds and sights within. Station authority are nowhere to be seen.
Of course.
Inside
Isn't that
the air is thick, terribly convenient. Inside the air is thick with the smell of exotic spices, and the dim lighting casts an ever-shifting palette of colours across the bar's patrons. And the bar's patrons are diverse. Your attention is gripped immediately by the Xenos. Just 1 moment. Pause for Nicole.
Hello.
What's it?
Hello.
So I got us both a Skittle ice cream when I was there.
All right. You have 2.
Yeah. And I bought them out. And not the ice cream. So I sat there and I had to go in and complain and say, look, my chips are cold, I've still got no ice cream. So,
Hold on. Sorry, guys. I just had to have a brief pause for chicken nugget.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't need to rub your nose. Don't need to rub your nose in it or anything.
It's okay.
Terrible
it's
GMing.
all right.
Terrible GMing of me to eat a chicken nuggets while
No,
should be
it's not.
talking.
All right.
chicken nugget. No, only if chicken nuggets are not on offer in this establishment.
Well, they are
It's,
now, mate. So
Fantastic.
Real chicken.
I'm just gonna knock. There may be nuggets
Real-
for sale on Ridge Station. Carl, no, I don't. Just put it in the. I say I'll probably not have it, Carl. You want to put it in the fridge.
Share box.
Right, sorry guys, one moment. Yeah, anyway, I was just going through my my spiel. Let me just return to the spiel. The patrons are diverse, and your attention is gripped immediately by the Xenos. You will always remember these aliens. Their bestial roars trigger some primal fear response deep within your psyche.
I'll never forget that.
Three orcs. I don't know if that works at all, but
Responsive laughter.
Three orcs. Sorry, guys. Three orcs, brutal and massive, sit at one side near a table, and there's clearly some form of sound dampener around their table, but it's too weak to fully control their fracas. Two of the smaller orcs seem to be playing a game that involves headbutting each other repeatedly. It is not clear what the rules are, nor the stakes of victory. Another orc, massive, bigger than any you have ever seen, sits watching the display with a tankard of some unrecognizable drink in his hand, and upon his head is a tricorn hat. And in one corner, a holographic jukebox emits a steady stream of pulsating beats, interspersed with haunting melodies. There is a pair of slender, luminescent dancers, their bodies adorned with bioluminescent tubes, and they're moving fluidly to the music. Their forms are creating mesmerizing patterns in the dim light. Shadowy alcoves house various denizens, some human, or at least human in appearance, and some are clearly Xenos. Some are cybernetic, or perhaps completely machine. One alien seems to capture the eye and the olfactory senses. It looks like nothing so much as a skinned dog embryo, but it wields a smile that is supposed to put others at ease. The barman looks human and neatly dressed, and there is a bewildering array of drinks displayed behind him. The bottles are as varied as the patrons of the bar, and some of them
It's varied.
and some of them glow with an inner light. And that, guys, because my ego can only take so much. That, guys, is why I'm going to leave tonight's game. I'm going to put you on the map.
Awesome, Alan.
I'm going to put you on the map for. I'm going to put you on the map for the end of the road. And the space pub. Well, for initiative, yeah. The space pub
You
is
need
where
to
we
get
will.
that music from Star Wars Cantina. Star Wars Cantina needs to be playing when you do
You don't tell me what to do. I've selected music for this, and it's actually some weird experimental techno instead, Hayden. So I've taken your suggestion, ignored it, and put my own tunes on instead.
Of course,
Okay.
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's your prerogative.
Thanks, man.
I would not expect you to bend to my will as an evil overlord.
Yeah, that'd be doing what you want, Hayden. No, I want to do the opposite on general principles.
Yeah, but
so.
I knew you'd do that anyway, so that's what I planned for.
But no, it'd be a bit too cliche, even for me. I'm not above a good cliche or 10. But yeah, that would perhaps be a little bit too cliche for me. So yeah, guys, like I say, I've had a bit of a tough one this game, so I'm going to leave it there, and we're near enough to the end. So I'm take a slightly early start. Yeah, so I'm just going to scran some food down me, and then I'm going to quickly, then I'm going to bugger off. So,
Really
thanks for the game, guys.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed
I
it,
love that
mate.
you've got